So in this video I want to discuss a topic. So many of the other recordings I did, I was discussing a question. For example, what does it mean to be human, or what is the internet? And now I want to discuss a topic. So the topic is mental consumption. At least for my part, I am not hearing this word a lot yet. Maybe it's out there, I did not really deeply research it yet. But it's not so much in the public sphere that it pops into my eyes all the time, that's for sure. I believe, though, it will become more and more present in the public consciousness because it is so important at the time we are living in. I would say in the last century, 20th century, there was a big emphasis on consumption, but physical consumption. So what do you put into your body? There was, in the early 50s, 60s, everybody was smoking, no one was worrying about it, and then there was awareness, if you put this cigarette smoke into your body, it can actually be harmful to yourself, for example. Or if you only eat fast food all the time, it's not good for your body. So once after the other there was more and more awareness about the physical consumption. So what are you actually putting into your body? May it be food, may it be drugs, or anything else that you can put into your body. And then of course also an emphasis on exercise and doing exercise, sport, athleticism, all these kinds of stuff regularly, because we realized this human body that we are having is not meant to be sitting around or laying around all day long. It's made for being used in different kind of ways. And at least in the West, where I'm from, these things, especially in my generation, I would say, are very integrated. I would say the majority of my generation is aware and is also actively looking out for physical consumption, what are they consuming, and also nearly everybody is exercising. So I think in the Anglosphere it's even a little bit higher, especially the places like Australia. So they're like, I think it's like 59% probably that are active and fit there. I was traveling there, so I got an impression. And there are differences, of course. But in general, I would say, especially in the younger generation, there is great awareness of these topics, and people have I would say majority already integrated this. In the older generations, they are probably more struggling still. It's tougher for them. But the new topic that is more and more important with every day is mental consumption. Because we are not only consuming foods and whatever we physically put into our body, but we are also now more and more consuming mentally. I mean, right now you're watching this video, this is a consumption, a mental consumption. You're consuming it with your mind, and you're putting something into your mind, and your mind will change afterwards as your body is changing if you're putting specific stuff in it. It changes too. And the same is true for the mind. The mind changes according to what you let flow through it or into it. Sometimes, as you already know, if there's a powerful idea, it can stick into your mind. So it doesn't flow through, it stays, and then sometimes even can develop into something. All great movements started like this. It's a powerful idea and it sticks into the minds, and then it gets alive on its own. So you have to be careful what kind of ideas you actually let into your mind sometimes. Yes, and there are different levels and layers to it. Like there are different levels and layers of physical consumption, and of course you can go very deep in the physical level, it would be like hard drugs, for example. This is like very dark and harmful physical consumption. No one would disagree, obviously. Maybe someone, who knows. But in general, this is very dangerous and very harmful. And then you have things like they are harmful, but not you will not die quickly, but it just shortens your lifespan. This is like fast food, or maybe smoking, alcohol, and so on and so on. Caffeine, harmful, but doesn't kill you immediately, or at least not that quickly. And then you can have normal food, get normal food, and then you have even great consumption, like nice, healthy, organic food, probably even self-made, maybe even self-grown, who knows. You see, there's also no limit upwards, like there's normally no limits downward, like with most of the things. And then you can separate here what are you doing and what are you putting into your body. And the same is true for mental consumption. We have at the very deepest level, I would say, things like gore, for example. You have very violent content that you can see on the internet. We have active war conflicts right now on the planet, and you get very graphic videos every day. And this is incredibly harmful for your mind. And if you do not realize this, then I'm sorry, you are a fool. If you just watch this stuff for, I don't know, entertainment, or you're bored and you're an idiot, sorry, because this is nothing that it's nothing to joke around about or nothing to use lightly. This is on a level like using heroin or hard drugs, because it's so unbelievable damaging to your mind, because your mind is not made to see this deep level of violence on a regular basis. It's incredibly damaging for the mind. And then you have, on a probably a little bit higher level, stuff like pornography. This is there are lots of studies now, of course, that this is a problem and damaging, and it is. I think scientifically there's probably now lots of research, but it's still not talked that much here about. Doesn't get as much prime time viewership as it should be, because everybody's doing it, including me. Yes, and probably you too, or maybe you're a saint and you're not watching it. I doubt it though. I doubt it. Be honest with yourself. It would be very good for all of us, I think, if we would talk more openly about it, because when you are adults, you can talk about stuff like this. No worries, nothing to be ashamed about, but we have to find a way to work around with it, same as we found a way to with drugs and everything, and alcohol and smoking. We also found a way to kind of integrate it in society, and so on in some way. And then, of course, you have the normal level consumption, entertainment. This is the noise just flowing through you. You don't really remember much of it, probably. You're scrolling, you do the doom scrolling, do an hour, and then I ask you, hey, what did you actually watch? You cannot even tell me. Maybe it's hard for you even to think of one thing that you watch, because it's just flowing through you. It's just you are on autopilot, basically. And then you have higher levels of consumption, of course, like you're watching a great documentary, or you're researching a topic that you're interested in. Yes, and this is a higher intellectual consumption, so you're actually learning something, you're advancing your understanding of the world, or you're just passionate about it, so it makes you feel good in the moment, so really, but not in this moment and afterwards too. Because with the entertainment, sometimes it can feel good in the moment, and afterwards you're like, probably something like alcohol or something like this. And then you have the highest level but a very high level of mental consumption, which would be watching a really, really great movie, for example. For me, it would be Lord of the Rings. It's always a good example. This is not only is it intellectually stimulating, but also emotionally. So it really, if it's a movie that you can feel, flows through your whole being, and if you then are able to open up yourself a little bit. And sometimes men, I think, have more problems with this often, that they are, no, I cannot show emotions. Why not? You're a fool. Like, let it flow through you, and embrace it, and then you will see this is a power to it, to embracing emotions, letting them flow through you in the right circumstances, of course, in the right environments. And yes, this goes to your heart, to your spirit even, and also to your mind, and also to your intellect. So it's stimulating your whole being in some way. Yes, and it's good, I think, to see it and to compare it to each other, because there are similarities, but it's also different. Because with the physical consumption, it's often more limited. No? There's only so much you can eat, but you can watch videos on YouTube or on TikTok or on Instagram. You can scroll the whole day, and the day passes. And if you're not aware of it, it slowly takes hold over your life and your being, and you're losing yourself. And this is probably not what you want. You see the similarities again to the drugs that can also consume you, and at one point the drug is your life. And it's the same with these mental consumption things. They can consume you and they will become your life, and you're losing yourself in the internet, which I made a video about. The collective human consciousness is so easy because it's so powerful. What you're having here is the wizard orb, the magical sphere where you can look in all places around the world, even through time now. You can watch it all. It's all there every time. It's so tempting, is it? Just close this video here. The guy is annoying, isn't he? And watch something more light. Do it. Do it. Come. It's tempting, yeah. And then do it the whole evening, or maybe you just woke up and then do it the whole day. Why not? Yeah, you see, it's so easy. You can just watch it all day. Yeah, so you see, it's dangerous, and everybody knows this now. But it's still, from my perspective, it's not enough talked about. Definitely not. So, and there's to all of these areas, you see, there are problems behind it, and we have to find solutions, or we have to put it in the right boxes too, no? Because we found ways with drugs, for example. You say you have to be an adult if you want to drink alcohol, for example. And I think for many of these mental consumption thing, it should be similar. My opinion is that social media, probably 18, I don't know, because it has to be a discussion about it, and we have to discuss it, which is the right age to actually use it. But I think right now it's way too easy to get access to it in a way too early age. It's too dangerous, and if you are very young, you are not. It's impossible that you are capable to control it. So. And I believe it is time. The Wild West phase of the internet is over. We all know this, and we had the corporate phase, but now I think it's starting to get time of a new era of the internet, and it needs now to become like a state. Like we created a society. It's a good analogy. When the United States were formed, in the beginning there was much freedom and the Wild West. People were roaming, but with every decade it got more organized, and now it's a sophisticated state. And the same with the internet. It needs to get more sophisticated. There needs to be more access, more routes, more walls, and so on and so on and so on. Like we're building cities, like we're building states. Not everybody can go anywhere. It would be complete chaos if every single person could go to the parliament all the time. nothing would ever work anymore, because you could not govern the country if that would be possible. So stuff like this, and not everybody should go in and out of prison, and so on. And there are different places, and they have their purposes. And this is important that we, I think, structure the internet in this way, in a new way that is in an understanding of the dangers and possibilities of mental consumption. Because of course, if you see this space here alone, with all the access we have into information now, this can be of unreal advancement for humanity. It's an absolute gift, but again, you need to learn how to navigate through this space properly, because then we have all the misinformation and so on and so on. There's so many problems, as you're seeing, and I hope with what I'm doing right now here, talking about it, shining light on it, like the lighthouse here, yes, that maybe then the discussion again gets spiced up a little bit, and more people start talking about it, and then we actually will figure out solutions for it, because I'm not the guy that will figure out the rules. It's not me. I just want to point it out. Here, this is a problem, and let's find a solution for these things. Or first of all, let's have a public discussion, and then we find a solution together, because I'm a great fan of democracy. Alright, if you have thoughts to this topic, feel free to put it in the comments. If you want to criticize me, you're very welcome to do it. Yes, because then I can improve, I can get better, because yes, that's my goal, to get to a deeper understanding of myself too, and you are a mirror for me in some way. Alright, and hopefully see you in another video.